Hey, welcome in, folks. And breaking into our newsroom overnight, the Jacksonville Jaguars fire head coach Urban Meyer.
Meyer only lasted 13 games into the first season as head coach. He had wins against Miami and Buffalo. That's about the only positives that happened the entire time. The team had 10 losses by double digits or more again this season. That's also happened 10 out of the last 11 years.
All right, so the Jaguars owner Shad Khan released a statement just after midnight. It says in part, quote, "After deliberation over many weeks and a thorough analysis of the entirety of Urban's tenure with our team, I am bitterly disappointed to arrive at the conclusion that an immediate change is imperative for everyone. I informed Urban of the change this evening. As I stated in October, regaining our trust and respect was essential. Regrettably, it did not happen."
That part. Okay. Now, all of this happened less than 24 hours after the latest controversy, and you have to underscore latest, for Coach Meyer. That's when former Jacksonville Jaguars kicker says Meyer intentionally kicked him. Talking about Josh Lambo there during a practice after a preseason game in August. He described the incident in an exclusive interview with First Coast News' Heather Crawford.
And literally kicks me in the hamstring. No, hey bud, make your kicks. Wasn't one of those. It just wasn't. It was so much so I couldn't believe, and I looked at him. I said, "Don't you ever kick me again." So I'm the head ball coach. I'll kick you whenever I want.
Well, the team says the Jaguars legal counsel acknowledged and responded immediately to the query made by Josh Lambo's agent on Friday, August 27th of this year, 2021. Now, they say they offered to assist in any way they could and, quote, "any suggestion otherwise is blatantly false," end quote. So Urban Meyer said in a statement that the characterization of him and this incident is inaccurate and that there are eyewitnesses to refute Lambo's account. Urban has not yet issued a statement on his firing.
Mia O'Brien has been following the story since it broke last night, from National Signing Day to Jaguars coverage overnight. Mia, good morning. Hope you're very caffeinated. Let's go.
Yeah, thanks to a beautiful cup of coffee courtesy of you, Lou Turner. 13 games. You said it at the top. That's how long the Urban Meyer tenure lasted here in Jacksonville. The first-year head coach is out, fired literally in the middle of the night. For what it is worth, Gus Bradley, Doug Marrone, the coaches of those lowly losing Jaguars of years past, they got 4 seasons. I was among the reporters who met with Shad Khan on Monday night, and as I wrote on FirstCoastNews.com earlier this week, it was clear Khan and his team knew there were problems with Meyer's regime. The extent of those problems was what Khan maintained he was still evaluating. Now let's review the last calendar year, shall we? Oh wait, Urban didn't even make it a calendar year. The first red flag, hiring former Iowa strength and conditioning coach Chris Doyle, who Iowa had parted ways with over allegations of racial insensitivity and bullying less than a year earlier. Then the whole Tim Tebow thing. Among other questionable free agent decisions, Meyer and the team were then fined for OTA violations for having contact drills during summer workouts. The Dublin, Ohio bar scandal needs no introduction. And then the latest twist, reports of current and former players having heated exchanges with the head coach or being subject to his bullying tactics. There's been one voice of reason through it all, folks, Trevor Lawrence himself. The rookie QB was asked yesterday about the drama in the Jaguars facility.
Obviously, there's been a lot of drama, like whatever has caused everything, who even knows at this point. But there's been a lot of drama, and for me, I think it's important to be truthful. But with that, like I said, you can't say everything that's on your mind. You have to have a filter, and you got to be careful. And I have a lot of appreciation for all those guys in there that have been working to try to get this thing right, and it hasn't been easy. So I have a lot of appreciation for the players, for the coaches, for everybody. Amy has been great. I mean, she's had a tough job, so she's awesome. But no, so I understand that, but I also think with you guys, I mean, you guys do a tough job too, and to just be honest, I think is important. Obviously, you can't, like I said, always say exactly what's on your mind, but the truth is in there somewhere, always with me, so that's what I try to do.
Urban Meyer was supposed to cultivate that young prodigal quarterback, that is Trevor Lawrence. Instead, the Jaguars are dead last or near dead last in almost every statistical category on offense. They have won just 2 games. Oh, and Meyer cost them a chunk of change over the summer for those OTA violations. The exact contract number that Meyer signed in January is still unknown. It's also unknown if Shad Khan will be on the hook for any, if all, of a possible buyout. GM Trent Baalke will remain in place. As you guys mentioned at the top, offensive coordinator Darrell Bevell is set to serve as interim head coach. He will meet the media at 11:20 a.m. this morning. He actually did serve as interim head coach in Detroit last season after Matt Patricia was fired, and the Lions went 1-4. So maybe there's still another win out there for the Jags with 4 games remaining. Maybe. But again, Urban Meyer and the Jaguars are no more after just 13 games, Lou.
Do I call it the end of an era? It doesn't even qualify as an era, does it? Just the end of a thing. Back to the bank this morning. Bank's going to be the epicenter of many things. Renato DiGregorio is there live with right as the news was breaking around midnight today. Obviously a huge day for both the Jags and Darrell Bevell, as Mia had mentioned. Let's get to Renato out live at the bank.
Hey, good morning, Lou. Yeah, huge day today, but this morning, pretty quiet out here so far. I mean, it's dark, it's rainy, and it's early, but we are expecting that to change as people come in here. The Jags head to practice for the first time without Urban Meyer this season. It might not quite be as easy for the players to get their heads in the games if you think about it, but they still have to focus. They got to play the Texans in 3 days. We're keeping an eye out here for the interim head coach, of course, also for the players. Shad Khan is not expected to address the media again until the offseason. But as for the interim head coach, we expect he will talk with the media at some point here at the Jags facility. But we right now are seeing this mostly empty parking lot, and this won't stay this way for that long though, as all the players head in and things get started this morning for the first time the Jags this season without Coach Urban Meyer. Renato DiGregorio, First Coast News, on your side.
Thanks for that, Renato. Well, fans, as you could imagine, of course, are reacting on social media in a very big way.
The memes, the GIFs, et cetera, are all
entertainment,
there.
let's be real.
It is entertainment,
Yeah.
for sure. You also have a ton of people in the sports world, actual professionals within the field weighing in on this decision. McKenna Rodriguez tracking that this morning as well. McKenna, hello.
Good morning. Even though the announcement came early this morning, Urban Meyer is taking the #1 trending spot on Twitter, with fans all across the country putting their 2 cents in. And that's right, you guessed it, lots of memes, starting with this one from Christian Peterson saying, "It's a Christmas miracle." Ashley Rumford, also with the Twitter name Fire Urban Meyer, says she's partying tonight now that he's gone. Something I'm going to assume she's been hoping for a while. And while plenty are cheering on that decision to get rid of Urban Meyer, others are questioning just how good of a job his replacement is going to do. And personally, I think, they can't really get any worse. So why not try to get better?
McKenna?
There's that. That's a good point, McKenna.
You put it solidly right there. There's nowhere to go but
But
up.
up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Unless you get a shovel and just keep digging deeper.
Stop it. We're going up. All right. Thanks for that, McKenna.